Hey guys, it's me, Philly Pre, back again with another K-drama review. I literally finished this one not even 5 minutes ago, but I wanted to get the review done. I was like fresh. I look a little crazy. My eyes look a little nuts. It's because I cried like this whole entire episode, like 90% of the episode. The episode was just a tearjerker. That's this drama in the background. Hi, bye, mama. It's on Netflix. It's 16 episodes. And I really wasn't sure about it in the beginning because some of the subject matter I was just like, I don't really get down with. And I'm not big on like, stories with like, I just anything too supernaturally type deal. But I stuck it out. The first episode was a bit much for me. It was just a lot of like stuff that normally I wouldn't watch. Subject matter that I normally wouldn't watch. But I was like, you know what? Let's just see. Because it may just be mostly in the first episode and not too much. It surfaced here and there in like other episodes, but not enough where I would give up on a drama. So I'm glad because I got to watch it. Just I don't even know where to begin with this review. So you have a husband. His name was Gangwa. He was an adorable husband, and he had a wife, Yuri, and they were like the perfect dating couple, and they got married, and then she ended up pregnant, and then and then tragedy stuck, and that's basically the tragedy is the basis pretty much for this whole entire drama. So how I felt about it. It was tough subject matter because, imagine, put yourself in this situation, your spouse dies tragically, leaves you with a child for you to raise, and, you're distraught, and you got a baby, and, you got work, and so he was just dealing with a lot. And first of all, I love him as an actor. If you've ever watched Prison Playbook, you'll know why I adore him. And it was just good. But I'm just going to get into like now because I could just drag on just kind of just like because I'm still feeling the effects of everything right now because it just ended, but I just really need to get into this review. So I think overall the drama itself was a good drama. I did want things to go a little differently. I will say that. But it had a lot of funny scenes, because Yuri's, her best friend's husband, her best friend was Han Jung. I think I'm probably saying that wrong. But anyway, her husband was hilarious. He was a doctor too, and he was just funny. So he made for a lot of comic scenes. And then you have Gangwa, he remarried. So then you got wife, and then you got new wife. That's basically the way I'm gonna like explain it. So you got new wife, Min Jung, and I wasn't too sure about her. I was just like, you just like came after him. You wanted him before you got married, and now you just kind of seeing your opportunity. I know maybe it's probably bad to think that way, but that's kind of I saw her in the beginning like this, and she just seemed so like full of herself. So I was just like, not really into you. But they made it so she kind of grew on you in some aspects or whatever, where you didn't like totally like hate her character or whatever. But the drama was just very emotional because, you had to deal with, a wife a new wife, a wife, a new wife, and a kid who didn't know who her biological mom was, but she was, listen, that little girl, adorable. When I tell you, loved her. She was the cute, and they dressed her so cute in this drama. But anyway, it was just tough. It was about relationships, and it was about what do you do when you lose somebody, and if you had the chance to. I mean, we all know this isn't real, but if you had the chance to see that person again, like how would you handle it? What would you do? And I think for the husband, it was the hardest. I felt like for him, his role and what he had to do was the toughest and the most emotional. It definitely was emotional for like her parents. Her dad was adorable, and, her mom who missed her tremendously, and she had a sister. But I think the characters that touched me the most were her best friend and her husband, and I think they had the toughest time dealing with the fact that, you know, she's back, but she's not back. And, you know, it's a way for her to kind of like stay, but she's choosing not to do that. But it was so heart-wrenching it's basically like losing somebody twice. And I'm like, who wants to lose somebody you love twice? That's what that's what this drama should have been called. Losing somebody you love twice, because that's what it was. It was literally like, I lost you tragically. I didn't get the proper goodbye. I'm losing you again. But the difference now is I get a proper goodbye, I guess. Which some, you know, you when you die tragically, you don't get that. But the proper goodbye was so darn emotional. I'm telling you, episode 16, I was like, between 15 and 16, I was like bawling my eyes out like every 2 seconds. But I like the way they handled it. I thought it was adorable that she kind of, Yuri and new wife, old wife kind of became friends at some point, because the new wife had like no friends. And they kind of, you know, had a bond. It was weird, but it also was like, I liked the dynamic of them together with the best friend. It was like these three just became like, I don't know. They just were like a trio that was like a good trio. And, you know, it was fun to see them interact and drink and get drunk and like fight together and do all this kinds of stuff. So that part, you know, was interesting. The only thing that I didn't like about the way the drama was written, it was just like one part that just like kind of just kept rubbing me wrong. And it was like, if a child loses their parent, even if they lose the mom or whoever, like early on, be it at birth or at a young age, that child should still know about that person. Like, she thought that the new mom was just her mom. And I guess she was still young, but I felt like it was a way to still handle that, where she knew, like, don't erase her mother from her life, because that was her mother. She carried her for 9 months. You know, the grandparents didn't visit her, and, you know, they stayed away because, you know, he remarried. And I'm just like, no. But at the end of the day, they were still her grandparents. And I just didn't get that. And I felt like her mom kind of played a part in that. I'm sure she had her reasons, but it broke your heart not seeing your granddaughter, and it broke your husband's heart and your other daughter's heart not seeing her niece. Like, I just didn't get down with that part of it. I just thought it was just like, it was unfair to the little girl, who was Soul. It was unfair to Soul. Like, why do that to her? And it was unfair to y'all. Y'all sneaking and hiding, trying to like see her. For what? It was a way to just incorporate everybody, for everybody to be together, for everybody to love this little girl without all the separation. So that part of the storyline, I wasn't a fan of that. But the other parts, you know, I thought they did good. The cast was amazing. Because it was a lot of tear-jerking moments, I thought that they did really good. Because, I mean, they keep crying like that when you're acting can't be easy. But they did it. And to the point where they was, like, tugging on my emotions. And I'm just like, oh, my goodness. But what else did I want to say about this drama? But overall, given some of those other things that I kind of said I didn't really care for too much, it was a good drama. If you don't mind a tearjerker, or maybe you're not as emotional as I am. I get so vested in these dramas that, now when they're over, but when I'm watching them, I'm so vested in them that I get emotional with them. So if you're that type of person, then you got to be prepared a little bit for some tear-jerking moments if you want to watch this one. Or if you just need a good drama and, you know, you want something different, because this definitely was this subject matter was a little bit different, then I would say give it a shot. So it was Hi, Bye, Mama. It was on Netflix, and Netflix want to come up, just so y'all know. These Netflix dramas, Netflix is giving everybody a run for their money. I'm like, hey, Netflix. They picking up the slack where other people moved on and rolled on us. We won't say their names. So yeah, check it out. It's only 16 episodes now. This last episode, most of the episodes are like an hour, but this last episode, I was like, oh, it's gonna be an hour. I was sitting here for an hour and 30 minutes. Like, it was a lot. I mean, I get it, in order to give the drama a justified, like a good ending without rushing it and making it be a mess. I guess it made sense for it to be a longer episode. So I'm thankful for that because I'm a stickler for the endings. So I'm really glad that they did that. But I didn't expect when I sat down to be sitting for an hour and a half. So kudos to the writers, the actors. Everybody did a good job. And I think at first I was like, oh, when the first episode, I was like, this will probably only get 3 stars. But I don't know, now that I'm finished and it had me all emotional, I'm just like, I'm giving this, shockingly, I'm giving this 4.5 stars. So yes, Hi Bye Mama on Netflix, 16 episodes, gets 4.5 stars from Philly Prey. And on that note, I'm signing out, guys, until next time. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. You know, you guys, I like to interact with you. So until next time, bye.